Hey, welcome to SAR Trail. I am Jeff, and today we are changing out our 23-0 shower tent for the Darche shower cube. We'll show you the reasons why. First off, I want to show you the 23-0, what we like about it, and what we're hoping to improve on. So let's get this thing kind of rolled out. Alright, so one thing we like about the 23-0, it deploys super fast. When you just lock in the corners. What we don't love about it is you're very much exposed to the elements, to the outdoors, to anybody up in this tent could look right down in on you. And if you're somewhere cold, all the breeze, it comes in through the bottom, it comes in through the top. So we're hoping to remedy that, get a little bit more private of a setup and something that's a little more draft resistant. So another downside to this style shower tent is that if you are 5'9", 5'10" or taller, you're gonna have lots of, you're gonna be able to look around and see anybody who's around you. In the event you're not at a super secluded private place, you're gonna feel like you're a little bit exposed to the people around you when you're trying to change clothes, use it as a restroom, or take a shower. So a couple things we'd like to improve on this thing, so hopefully it works out. So first things first, let's get the 23-0 ready to come off. All of the nuts are off of here, and now let's go ahead and pull this guy out. So the guys at Turtleback stacked these washers, 1, 2, 3, 4 washers on the back side of this to kind of pull it off of this, I guess, so that it doesn't actually sit here and rub on this aluminum piece and then this aluminum piece. So we're going to follow that same path and do the same exact thing on the Darche shower cube. Alright, some things we want to look at here, comparing the two. The 23-0 is a little bit longer, a couple inches longer than the Darche. It has a kind of a hard plastic feeling bag. The Darche has more of a kind of like that waterproof ripstop fabric feel to it. Just differences, not better or worse. So the 23-0, large aluminum backing to it. That's pretty standard on these type of things. It has 2 rails for mounting. You can see here you got the lower and then you have the upper. You have the upper and the lower. It was mounted on the lower setting. So one thing I could have done to give us a little more upper privacy was to change the mounting and raise the shower tent up, looks like about 1.5 inches. That could have made a little bit of a difference, but it still would have left the top completely exposed. The Darche, same thing, has 2 rails, an upper and a lower. We're going to put it on the lower, which will essentially put the tent up as high as possible and hopefully give us a little bit more headspace and a little bit more privacy too. And then also there's another feature that the Darche offers that I want to show you as well. Alright, so another thing that the Darche offers is these brackets right here, and those you could use to get a little more height or drop your tent down a little bit lower depending on where you mount them. Now that only gives you 2 securing points, and we know that the 23-0 on the Turtleback trailer swing arm had 4 connecting points, so hopefully we don't need to use these. If we do need to use them, I'll probably fabricate a couple more so we can have the 4 points of contact. I think it's just going to be more secure that way. Okay, so one difference to note. The bolts that go through the back rails on the 23-0 are a good bit smaller than the ones on the Darche. You can kind of see the head size there. It's a pretty good difference. Not that that's good or bad, but it does mean that we got to drill out the mount on the Turtleback swing arm to accommodate a little bit larger bolt. Black. So the Darche comes with two bolt sizes, the bolts that slide into these rails. So you have, let me pull them out here for you. So you got 4 of each. So you have the long ones, if you got to really pass through something pretty long, they would kind of sit up like that. And then you have the shorter ones. Also comes with a nylon locking nut, some washers as well. I think for our purpose we're going to go with the same length that was on the 23-0 that was mounted by the guys at Turtleback. Instead of these long ones, I don't think we're going to need them. So these short ones, we're going to stack some washers, stick them on up in there. We're going to use all 4 locations. And I think this lower slide-in rail is going to work. It'll give us our optimum height. Plus in this trailer has air suspension. We can raise and lower it too. So we can really get this thing hopefully to the right height we want to be able to stand in there, be private. Let's take a look and see. Okay, so we have the Darche all set up with the bolts, the washers. So now we're going to get them up in here without dumping the washers all over the ground. Hopefully. So let's get these guys lined. That one's good. That one's good. All right, so up next we're just going to throw on a washer and throw on the nylon locking nut. And I think this is going to be a pretty simple project. Okay, so because that we got it seated on the rail that tucks it up in the highest, and because of a little bit design difference on the Darche, this thing sits at its maximum point with the tent we have. So it just closes, which is perfect because we need it the most height we can when we swing it out. So let's take a look. All right, so you can already see this one. It's almost up as high as me, and we're not really on the back of our Hummer, which sits up a little higher than it is now. And the air suspension in the rear could come up a little bit as well. So it might be looking really good. You guys remember the 23-0, it was like here on me. So already we got a pretty good difference. Well, it zipped up. Let's see what it looks like unzipped. All right, so it comes up to about mid-chest height, which that's not good, but don't worry, it's adjustable. There we go. Okay, so right now what we got to do is adjust these straps, and we're going to raise this all the way up to the top here. So, want to give me a hand, Natalie? Raise that guy up. All right, we got it all set up and deployed. So, we're not on the level list of ground here. The street that we're on is kind of sloping, so we're touching the ground here with the shower tent more than we would be out on a trail where hopefully we find fairly level ground to camp on. And we got the top on it. So I kind of want to show you, it's going to be hard to show you inside because it's really dark. It's that like blackout material. So you can be in here with a light on. By the way, this one comes with an LED light strip. And you can be in there in the dark with the light on and no one can see your silhouette. Call me crazy, but I think it's kind of cool not to be able to see someone's silhouette when they're showering. Just my thought. So let's check it out. from the inside because it's super cool. The way we have it, it touches my head when I get in. You can see the height of it, which I'm probably going to be okay with. We won't know for sure till we get it hooked up to our Hummer H3, till we get it out on a trail where we're level on the ground somewhere. And then we'll see if we need to make an adjustable height on this, or we need to grab another inch or 2 inches to get it up above, but it's pretty slick. Check it out. All right, let's check out a couple features. You got the top for it, the roof, and it has these simple clips, and it allows you to just clip right in here and then pull that down, adjust it if it's windy so it doesn't come flying off on you. If it does rain, they do say in the instructions, roll this back so you don't get a bunch of pooling water on top of here, because these are very lightweight aluminum arms. They're not meant to hold weight, they're just meant to be super lightweight and do the job. So each corner has one of those clips that you just kind of cinch down, get it to your right height. And let's go inside. All right, hopefully you can see it's blackout material. But look, you got an LED, it plugs into a USB port, so you're gonna wanna have a USB port close. If not, it's like an 8 or 10 foot long cord it comes with, so you could probably find a port somewhere on your rig. So in here you got, I think I'm gonna shoot this with the top off in a minute, but I want to show you, this is with me standing in here. I'm 6'1" barefoot, so I'm in boots right now, so I'm a little bit higher. So you can see it hits my head up in here. But honestly, to be out of the wind, to be enclosed in private, I could shower hunched down just a little bit and be just fine. But we'll see once again, once we get it out on the trail, flat ground, what it's gonna look like. Do I really want to gain another 2 inches on this, or are we okay? Because that'll make a difference at the ground level. So LED light strip right back here, super cool. You got places to store things. We'll show you this without the top on so you can see better, but one to give you an idea of the blackout on it. So there's the blackout. And with all these things buckled down, we can pull this guy up a little bit higher. Natalie,
yeah,
could you pull this one up a little bit higher back in the corner? I think your other corner, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Yeah, pull that guy up just a little bit. You guys can see how it works. Oh, you're good now. Yeah, that knocks it out. So you can't see. Can you guys see me? I don't know if you guys can see me or not. So I can't see outside other than where we got the zipper. We pull that zipper down. I can't see out. Nobody can see me. You're going to be able to shower, change your clothes, use the bathroom in complete privacy. I love it. This is nice because, you know, a lot of times lately we've been camping with other people and it's just nice to have some privacy. And we've been camping a lot when it's cold. And I'll tell you, it is really nice to have something that cuts out all of the wind. Sorry, something that cuts out all of the wind when you're camping when it's cold, because man, it's no fun taking a shower. You can have hot water and that's great, but man, if the breeze is just hitting you and it's 35 degrees outside, it's nice to cut the wind out. All right, so your convertible top is open, and you can see I'm kind of on my toes here to show you. It sits up a little bit higher than the 23-0, that's for sure. It is a longer tent, so it can sit up higher and still touch the ground. That's a nice plus. And then, of course, you can throw the top on, and you can just really get private. I'm loving it. Let me see this one. All right, so you can see now, you got dry storage right here in this corner. You have wet storage here, shampoos, whatever. And let's see, what else do we have? We got a zipper down the back here, so you could run a hose through there if you want to run your hose through, or I think I'll just run it through right up in here. Keep that closed to keep the air out. And you got a doorway in over here on the corner. Pretty nice. On this side, I'm not sure what this is right here. Some sort of strap here. I'm guessing that one's pretty strong to support maybe something like a towel or a drying rack if you want to do drying rack. So I'm really liking it. I think this is a huge upgrade. We really enjoyed the 23-0. That was an enormous upgrade for us as far as setup and teardown, because we always were using the portable ones that you set up completely independent. Having the swing away arm here has been awesome. This is just taking it to that next step, that next level. I would say the build quality is really, really good. The blackout technology is great. And There's some other features here we're going to look at and kind of show you here in a second. Another feature you have, all of the corners have these tie down points. So you can drop your tent stakes in there, lock this down, so in case you're somewhere where it's windy. They're all weighted as well. They have feels like a fiberglass tent pole that's in there that weights them down to help hold it. So if you're where it's not windy, you don't even need to drop stakes. But if you are where it's windy, drop your stakes in. That's a cool feature as well. One more thing on the inside I want to show you, and maybe Natalie, you can just shoot over the side. Okay, another thing you have here are these Velcro. It makes a loop here. You can hang your shower hose right here and your shower nozzle, hang it right here. And then they also give you another option, a way to mount and hold your shower head as well too, and I'll show you that. Okay, another thing that comes with the tent, you can use a Velcro loop if you want, or you can drop this guy in. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. So this is for your shower head. You can drop it right in here. This is an all stainless steel piece, super cool. And you can just drop that in there. If you have unlimited water and you just want to like just press it to run, just and do your thing. If you're conserving water, you're not going to want to use this other than just as a place to set. You pop it out and you just shower as you need to. Cool feature. I haven't seen another tent that has that, a shower tent or a shower cube. And I haven't seen one with a built-in LED either. So some really nice things that Darche did on this one. I'm liking it. We just got to figure out the height for our setup. And then I think it's going to be such a huge upgrade. Because with the 23-0, one thing we've been carrying with us is a separate shower tent that we use, one that we independently set up on the ground by itself. It has supporting stakes and all that stuff when it's really cold, because it's completely enclosed and it keeps us from freezing, or for somewhere where we need a little more privacy. But this one's going to give us hopefully all of that, and we don't have to set up that independent one really maybe ever again. So loving it so far. All right, so closing this, you're going to want to add a little slack to it. It might be able to be done without putting slack into these, I'm not sure, but we're going to go with it this way for now. Make sure we get our Velcros out of here. That. So we're going to do these to keep all the bars in place. For the 23-0, it's all one. You got two Velcros to do everything. So you got to roll it and keep all this stuff tucked in at the same time. This, I think they took that bit of difficulty out of it, which is cool. All right, the rest of this part, pretty standard to shower tents. You want to kind of tuck it in, snug, as tight as you can. The only added part to this one is the top of it, the kind of roof part. Yeah, oh, nice. Go all the way up there to there. So what do you think?
I like it. It's good.
I like it too. And the bag is all right. So the bag is roomier than I thought. I don't think we did a great job of rolling it. The 23-0 is really hard to tuck into its bag. This one, even with our first time, really not that bad. So I'm kind of liking that. I want to show you another difference that they have here on this one that the 23-0 doesn't have. It's a cool feature. So right here is where your two zippers go. And you never want to have your zippers kind of like that, because then water, dust, dirt can get in through there between the zippers. So what we've always done on the 23-0 is put them both hanging down here in the middle. But then they kind of dangle and they hang, whichever, not a big deal. But it keeps it where they can't get any water or anything going in. But this one has a cool feature. You have this little pocket up here. So you put those zippers up in there. It gives you that one little gap between the two zippers completely closed. I kind of like that feature. Let's close it away, make sure it fits in there. So what do you think? I think it looks pretty sweet. If we have to at some point, we're going to come here to this backside and add adjustable things to give us another inch or two of height if we need to, but honestly, I don't think we're going to bother with it. I think it's going to be fine. And I think it looks really slick here on the front of the trailer. So what do you guys think? 23.0, Darche, what features do you like about them both? Let us know, and let us know if there's any other kind of shower tent that's out there that you use that you like better. I know Alucad makes a pretty nice one. It just wasn't right for our setup. Obviously, I think now Tough Stuff is making one too, but it's very similar to the 23.0. It doesn't have a top to it. This is the only one I found that has a top to it, and I love it. I think it's going to be phenomenal for us. You know, we're always looking for ways to upgrade our setup, to make it more efficient, to make it just more practical for living out of, for long-term living out of. Not just getting away for the weekend. Getting away for the weekend, yeah, you could even not shower if you had to. But man, you're going to go away for a length of time or for a really long time. You need some comforts. That's just a reality. You need hot water. You need to be able to take a warm shower. You need to be able to take a shower. You need to be able to kind of use the restroom facilities and change your clothes with some privacy. And that's what this was all about. Thanks guys for checking out our install, our switch from the 23.0 shower tent to the Darche shower cube. I'm loving it. Real quick recap, blacked outside, so you got privacy. It's got a roof, it's blacked out as well. You got a built-in LED light, all the other pockets and things that are very similar to the other shower tents that are out there. But man, this one's right for us until proven otherwise.